Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our third class for the July Advisor Ambassador Program. My name is Zach Hewells, and I work in the Marketing Communications team here at NAFA National. Today we have a great speaker for you, Carina Hatfield. Carina is a member of NAFA Pennsylvania. She is NAFA Pennsylvania's State Secretary, Membership Chair, as well as a Lilly moderator for the Lilly program. Carina, in her spare time, likes to run. She wants to run a marathon in every state. And as one extra shout out, I'd like to say Carina filled out a application today to be a volunteer at our 2019 Performance Plus Purpose Conference. So I just wanted to give her a special shout out for that. If you have any questions during her presentation, feel free to just type them in the chat box at Zoom. And if you would like, at the end of the presentation, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions personally, one-on-one. But I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Without further ado, here's Carina.
Thank you. All right, let's share my screen here. Yay. There we go. Working? Thumbs up there?
All good.
Awesome. Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Carina Hatfield. I'm excited to talk this afternoon about being a playmaker in the financial services industry and in life. Yes, volunteered this morning. So if you haven't, please go on and register to volunteer. It's a great opportunity, and you get to meet some great people at the P+P conference. So I'll give a first shout out to my NAFA branding here. The picture is my NAFA branding mug, and that picture is me at home right before I took the drive down to congressional conference this past May. If you haven't been to a congressional conference in DC next year, the dates are already out, so you can put that on your calendar, no excuses, May 19th and 20th of 2020. And it's an amazing opportunity to advocate for our industry, for your clients, and get to meet some great people. So please put that on your schedule and get that in for next May. So, Playmaker. When I got this topic, I started looking up some definitions, different descriptions, and I really liked Wikipedia's. So, Wikipedia's definition: a playmaker is a player who controls the flow of the team's offensive play, is often involved in passing moves, which leads to goals through their vision, technique, ball control, creativity, and passing ability. I'd like to point out a few words that I really ring true for me here: passing, vision, technique, and creativity. And I'll highlight remember the Titans graphic that's there. One of my favorite movies because it shows leadership and just getting things done, not just by the quarterback or not just by the coach, but by so many different players and members. Some parents were involved, some kids were involved, and that's what being a playmaker is about. So sometimes it's you hitting those, home runs and getting those sales, getting it done, and sometimes it's you assisting, making those referrals, just planning that project and being the back office support. And no matter what it is, you're a playmaker. So let's go through and the things we need to consider in being a playmaker and why you need to congratulate yourself for being one. We're going to talk about the what, the when, the how, the why, how, and who can be a playmaker and how you can be a playmaker. So we need to begin with the end in mind. I have that statement up. It's from The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Great book to read. If you join the Lilly class, the Leadership and Life Institute, which Zach noted that I was a moderator for currently in Pennsylvania, you'll read this book. And so beginning with the end in mind is to begin each day, task, or project with a clear vision. It's about formulating your desired direction, your destination, and flexing those proactive muscles to make things happen. So being a playmaker in sports means you not only are envisioning that win, but you're looking at every single play. You're going to look at potential setbacks. You're going to have a plan A, a plan B, and sometimes a plan C even. And in business, those plans and setbacks can be a client coming in and throwing your whole day off with an emergency. For me, I work a lot in the property and casualty industry. It's, the huge storms that have been going on in Pennsylvania. I spent hours on phones with Water Basement and trying to refer people out and being that playmaker, getting some restoration companies and getting everything in place there for my clients. So during Lily, which NAFER offers, you read one of these books and you work on your personal mission statement. This personal mission statement is a huge thing to spend some time with, and I did it in the LUTC F designation as well. And it helps you realize who you want to be and where you want to be, so you can focus on that and you can find other people to help you and find people that you can help, and just the gratitude that you have there. So this picture here is from 2010. It's a little chilly to think on a hot day like today, but the picture is the National Guard and the Strategic Planning Committee members from the state of Pennsylvania. We got stuck at a planning meeting in Seven Springs. We traveled there. We had the end in mind of what we wanted as far as outcomes and deliverables, and we finished when we were done meeting. We went bowling to celebrate because we got everything done, and we walked out the door and Snowmageddon happened. Cars, you couldn't even see them. And between the 5 of us, we had one Ford Explorer and a closed turnpike. And we made it the 14 miles together over hours of travel. And it was such a great experience. The 5 of us stuck in the vehicle, all worked together. Some of us were pushing the vehicle and getting out. Some of us were steering. Some of us were looking for other cars that were traveling with us. And we just had a great bonding experience. I won't say that being on the closed turnpike in the middle of a snowstorm was a great experience, but great bonding experience. And these are people that I can go to with anything, any questions, anytime. And Pennsylvania has a great team, I think, because of this 9 years ago experience that happened. So what does it mean? Being a playmaker can mean a million things. For me, being a playmaker is hitting my sales goals. Being a playmaker is setting up those client review appointments and getting as many as I need done, breaking them down, especially with client reviews. I break them down into a weekly number of client reviews I want set. Helping with my clients' planning, right? You are the person who is the playmaker getting that done for them. They have this goal and you're the one assisting in getting that done. Helping friends and family. My family, I have 2 daughters. My family, my oldest just asked me, she said, hey, next week in school, can you please, or next year in school, can you please come be a guest reader? My teacher needs guest readers. Can you please do this? Absolutely. My 4-year-old, she wants me to make slime. She was super upset that I had this today and I couldn't make slime with her. So I'm doing that next Wednesday, and the teachers are so appreciative that I'm willing to make slime with them. So achieving some milestones. I'm a runner. I do a 200-mile relay once a year with a couple financial advisors and some extended friends and family. And we have a great time, and they help me, motivate me to get trained and get ready, and I help them being prepared, and we have a fabulous time. And then also taking some time off. My family loves to get away. We are very, very busy with our businesses and school and volunteer things that we like to get off the grid, where there's no internet and no TV, and just spend some time, quality time together. So being a playmaker means assisting and facilitating with all of those things. And sometimes I'm the one that makes it happen, and I'm the one that achieves those goals, and sometimes I'm making it happen for other people. And it's rewarding on both sides. It's not only about you being successful, it's about helping others succeed. So sometimes you're the one reaching down and lifting that person up. Sometimes you're reaching up, expected to be lifted up and helped up. And sometimes it's, a sideways reach. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that it's not just you always hitting that goal. Get it all together. Perfect example. I had a couple weeks ago, a client I have a client here who's buying a home in the Carolinas. And he's a small business owner. I have his business insurance and his personal lines insurance here. And he called me and said, hey, can you help me with this? I know, your company is everywhere. And I thought to myself for a minute, I have a couple options. I can tell him, no, I'm not licensed in the Carolinas. So I can just say, hey, sorry, I'm not licensed in the Carolinas. Reach out to whoever your mortgage broker, your realtor is, and see if they know someone. I could try and get licensed as fast as possible and then worry about maintenance and CE and reciprocity and everything else in the Carolinas. Or I can try and find another NAFA member or a colleague, another person that I trust down there to refer. And I chose to do the latter. So found someone that could work with them. I called a couple people and said, hey, will you help this person? Here's the new address. This is what I'm working with. In turn, my client went to settlement. Great experience. Everything went well. My colleague that I worked through is so grateful and appreciative that I sent him some business. My client also that went to settlement has some brand new neighbors, and they were all talking about insurance and coastal stuff, just so happened. So in turn, the person I've referred has gotten a few more referrals as well. So never hurts. He's super appreciative. My client's super happy. I'm beaming with joy, so win-win for everyone. Why? Especially when you're starting out in the business and you're thinking, I've got to hit these goals. I've got to take every single opportunity I have, and I have to make all those sales, even if it's not, in my vision or in my mission. If I can do it, I need to, because I need that sale. Trust me, it's not always the best thing to do. So when everyone wins and you make those referrals and create those relationships, you'll get it back tenfold. Might take a little bit of time, but you'll get it back. So when everyone wins, you win. You celebrate as a team. If you've ever hit those goals and you have an office staff of people, you want to congratulate and work towards and make sure you thank the underwriters, the claims managers, your sales manager, your boss, your admins, anyone, your referral sources, anyone that's helping you hit those goals. Make sure that they know that you appreciate them. Celebrate as a team. Obviously, you're hitting those goals and everyone's winning. I'm sure there's some financial gain in it for you too. The picture here is from a sales conference that we won. We won this and got this accomplished when I was pregnant with the little one I'm holding there. So I had her in January and I hit those sales goals the year before. That was a team effort on everyone's part. Getting things done, making sure paperwork was done. And I cannot thank my referral sources and my office staff enough for getting that flywheel up and rolling and moving so we could have an amazing year, and have had amazing years ever since. Who can be a playmaker? We've talked a lot about this already, but just so you have a little list here. So your centers of influence, the professionals that you work with, the accountants, the lawyers, think of all the people you utilize, your mechanic, your doctors, like they all can be centers of influences for you, and you can be a center of influence for them. Your sales team, and don't forget about those back office people that might not work directly in your office, like your underwriters, your managers, your claims adjusters. They're all there to help you, and the better your relationship with them, it's a win all around. Your office staff, your family and friends. A lot of family and friends, you'd be surprised that you think they know what you do. They don't. They know you do insurance, or they know you do financial stuff. Explain to them what you do. Explain to them why it's your passion and why you love it. They're more willing to refer you business, or say, oh, I know this girl, I know this guy who was talking about that. Reach out to them. Get it done, but make sure they know. Other NAFA members. So those 4 other people I was stuck in a Ford Explorer with for hours, people I've gone to convention with, people I have grown up with because I've grown up in the NAFA family. Everyone is always so willing and just, they want, excited to help you grow, help you learn, help you succeed. And so one of the things I absolutely love about my membership, and why I'd never ever think about going anywhere else. I'm a 3rd generation agent. When I had the opportunity to take over, the first people I called to talk about my experience and what I was going to do and where I was, some NAFA friends, and amazing help, amazing wealth of knowledge, amazing shoulders to cry on, and amazing people to celebrate with. Please utilize your NAFA membership. It pays to be a member. When? Always. Easy. You know, the ABC, always be closing. When can you be a playmaker? All the time. You can be a playmaker at work. Clearly. You're the person making the sales. You're the person sometimes doing the paperwork. Always great to be the person to answer the phone and talk to your clients. Be that person. Shock them when you answer the phone. Always at work. At networking groups. Cannot strongly recommend networking groups enough. Even if it's a organized, if it's an organized group like BNI or LaTip or one of those, or an unorganized group of a bunch of professionals that just get together and have coffee. Or your chamber of commerce, a huge wealth of knowledge for helping you succeed in business and helping you network with other people so you can succeed in business. Volunteer. Great thing to do. I am a volunteer here. I'm also a volunteer with Girl Scouts. I volunteer with our running club. And these are my passions. I love them. I volunteer for my kids' schools. I volunteer for some things that my kids do. And it just shows that my passion and love is there. And people, will ask what you do. And I explain, I'm in business for insurance and financial services. I love protecting lives, protecting assets, and it just goes from there. Your professional associations like NAFA always can help. If you have a client that needs something that is not in your expertise, always reach out to a NAFA member. Hey, I need this, I need disability insurance, or I need someone who specializes in long-term care. I don't know how to do that. There's a wealth of people who are willing to help, either educate you or help you get that, work with you so you can keep that client. They can help you get that sale, or they can get that sale. Win for everyone. How? So I just gave you a few examples of places that you can be a playmaker, or somebody can be a playmaker for you, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, wow, how do I start this? Where do I even go from here? You can reach out to me. My information will be on the last slide, or on the Advisor Ambassador Program Facebook page. Reach out to any other YAT members, always willing to help. Contact your local chamber to find out, talk to the membership reps. I really encourage new membership or recruiting, the recruiters for the chamber. Sometimes they're called that. I know ours is here. And they're the ones that show you all the different resources that you have. And they'll gladly help you and set you up with how to meet people and where to go and what the best events are that you can network. The hardest part is just taking that first step. And I will say, my challenge for you all today is to spend a few moments after this webinar and write down some ways that you can be a playmaker, and some playmakers that you would like, or centers of influence that you would like in your life. Work towards integrating these into your schedule. I caution you to not go crazy at once and be completely overwhelmed. So work on adding 1 or 2 over the next month, and then reflect on how it worked. So what did you do well? What can you do different next time? How are you going to change this? But then actually change it and go do it. We joke around about why something worked well. In our office, we give referral cards. So we had posted everywhere, hey, if you refer us, we'll give a $10 gift card to convenience store or whatever, coffee shop. And it was going so well. We were getting all these referrals. We were running a lot of business. It was fabulous. We had a lot of clients. We were seeing how loved we were by a lot of our clients. Great. We stopped advertising and posting that we were doing this. We still continue to do it. We just stopped reminding people that we did it. And it slowly has started to stop. And I looked and said, like all good things that worked, we stopped that initial reminding people that we were here, reminding people that this is what we give. And so we're starting that back up again. So make sure you take time to reflect, change it up if you need to, change positions if you need to, add people, change your goals, but make sure you take that time to see what's working and make sure it works well. Some enrichment. So these are 3 books. These are 3 books that I love. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, I listened to on Audible, and I would strongly encourage you to listen to that if you can as well. The book is fabulous, but when he reads this, him and his associate, when they read this, they actually go through and they'll send you, I believe it's 6 challenges. They do a little bit of a podcast. They kind of break and expand on different topics, and it's phenomenal. So Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind, and Defy the Odds is an amazing book. I'm listening to it for the 3rd time. I listen to it while I run, and anytime I'm struggling or I want to start walking or something like that, or just think, oh, I'm done, that just pushes me through, and not just that run, but pushes me through the day and just changes my mindset. Girl Wash Your Face, hysterical. I listen to it. Rachel Hollis actually reads it or speaks it. And so it's her, so you get her inflection, which is awesome. And I think you get the true meaning behind it. And then Girl Boss, that's an amazing book. It was a very easy read, and it just shows you how to have true grit in your life, which is something that I strive for. So I encourage you to read those books, as well as anything else in the Leadership and Life Institute. The 7 Habits are always amazing. Credibility is a hard read, but a great read, and just shows you how to be a better leader. But these 3 are 3 that I personally enjoy. So I want to say thank you all for joining me today. Here's my contact information. This picture here is my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I. It is on Capitol Hill. I was there in October, and this picture specifically is for me in DC. I was asked to speak during a briefing in Capitol Hill, and I would have typically been so nervous, so out of my element. And I was so excited when I was asked to do this. So I was asked to do this through Girl Scouts. I was asked to do this because they were speaking on entrepreneurship in business through the Girl Scout cookie program. And I had been a Girl Scout my entire life, and just so humbled that I was asked to do this, and such a great experience for me to speak during a briefing and have that opportunity, but also to be able to take my daughter there and have her see, she comes into my office, so she sees my office and she's met my clients, but have her see the importance of being a business owner and being a female and being in a leadership position and having that opportunity. And this was such an amazing experience for me. So now every time I go back to DC every May when I do the congressional fly-in, she, when I went this past May, she, oh, can we go? She thinks I'm going to go do a briefing and she wants to come with me. but it was a great experience. So I'd like to thank you all for spending some time with me today, and I'll be here to answer any questions, and we'll turn it back to Zach.
Thanks, Carina, and thank you for your time as well. Sorry, I was muted there. Does anybody have any questions for her at this time? Feel free to use the chat feature, or you can unmute yourselves and ask them directly if you'd like. But if there's nothing, or you can't think of it right now, or you think of something later, feel free to reach out to us at recruitment@nafa.org, or feel free to reach out to Carina. You had her contact info there. And if you need it again, you can ask me for it as well. But I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you next time.